Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Adrienne Bosey of Alice Scraps Wonderland. Today we'll be making a set of cards, and I'm going to be creating a distress background with some distress inks and mica stain sprays. Normally my distress backgrounds would also throw oxides into the mix, but for this snowy background technique, we want to use only inks for the background and then float the stencil of oxides over the top when we're done making the background. The key is to use water to get your color to move around on the page and create that base layer, and then to create flecks of color with your sprays, and to also lift color with flecks of water, and to dry in between all of your layers. Once you're happy with your background and it's totally dry, we can move on to floating those distress oxides over the top. I'll be using two coordinating colors, and I'm just adhering my stencil in place with a bit of mint tape. And I'm starting with the darker color first, and we're going to go through and apply ink through the entire stencil for this layer. And once that layer is done, you can peel off your stencil, give it a little dry with your heat tool, and then we're going to fill in with snowflakes. And I'm not adhering it in place because I'm going to be picking up my stencil and moving it around and placing these lighter colored snowflakes exactly where I want them. And you can see that that is what creates that stunning bokeh effect. Then make sure you set your layers with a heat tool again. And I actually ended up making two more backgrounds because I just loved this look so much. To decorate, we'll be using the new Modern Festive Die from Tim Holtz, some snowflake dies from Scrapbook.com, and some solar white cardstock. Cut all of your dies out, and then begin by adhering the larger snowflakes to the corner of your background. Place a stamp block down to ensure that it adheres fully flat, and once it's dry, cut off the excess. Then glue the pieces that have layers together with a little bit of collage medium. And again, placing it under a stamp block will ensure it dries flat. Once it's ready to go, we're going to start covering all of our pieces in glossy accents and rock candy distress glitter for a sparkly, snowy look. The flowers and the orange slices get covered completely in the distress glitter, as well as these larger snowflakes on the bottom. Once the glossy accents is on, give a generous heaping of the distress glitter onto it and dump off the excess and give it a little tappity-tap to help some of that fall off. I'm just using a spatula here to help me pull that out. And the oranges got another layer of glossy accents and glitter on just that upper portion of the die. The greenery sprigs get a little bit on just the edges to make them look frosted, and the smaller snowflakes get glitter all over them as well. To adhere everything in place, we'll be using a mix of foam adhesive and glossy accents. And we're just going to cluster everything on top of that larger snowflake base in the corner. On two of the cards, I placed the smaller snowflake up higher on the card just for a little bit of something different. And on two of them, I placed it over the larger cluster at the bottom. Add some jewels for an extra dose of sparkly touch. I like to plan my jewels out before adhering them just to make sure it's exactly what I want. And for the application of these, I'm using the glossy accents again. For a sentiment, I'll be using one of Scrapbook.com's Word Fetty stamp sets, and I'll be sure to link all of the supplies below for you so that you can recreate these cards. Once you stamp it out onto some white cardstock, then cut it out with a pair of scissors, and to distress the edges, I'm just using a metal ruler and cutting a little piece of 1/8 inch foam adhesive to adhere those onto the card fronts. You can also see that I added a mat of smooth cardstock to the back of my background in a coordinating color. And that's it for this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.